good.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. Well, I wanted to talk to you.
Yes.
Because you are a mental health professional in Ontario.
Yeah.
And could offer some insights and help for people who are stressed and overwhelmed and anxious right now.
Indeed. Very much align your calm stuff. But yeah.
So what do you do?
So what do? I feel like I do a lot, and I think that's why my target audience, people that I want to speak with and work with, are people who feel overwhelmed, because I think it can come so easily in this life, especially when we feel like we have so many things to do, the list is going down. So my role as a wellness coach, and not a mental health professional, but a coaching professional, is that I have really compassionate, guiding conversations with people. I enjoy having a conversation that is going to have somebody leave a little bit lighter and a little bit more clearer on what they want to do, how they feel, and how to move forward. And just really giving them the courage to live life on their own terms.
Now, what sort of clients do you normally see in your coaching practice?
Okay, so in my coaching practice, I would say that I'd describe the people as purpose-driven professionals who are feeling a little bit stuck or lost between big dreams and daily realities, right? I think a lot of us can.
You're talking to me right now.
Right? The fact that we feel like we're between a rock and a hard place, and the emotions that come with that, and how we can try to ground ourselves in that, what feels like a turmoil, and decide how to move forward with having some really good conversations.
Now, in your daily work.
My daily work, my 9 to 5, honey.
Yes. Your 9 to 5, you do something very interesting. Tell me about that.
Yes, so my 9 to 5 is at Trent University, and I work with international students in Canada, Ontario, where it is a typical transition. And I say typical in that most international students will feel a bit of a tug and a pull between the place where they're coming from and the place where they are now, because it is drastically different for most, right? Number one, weather, but also change of environment in terms of the people, right? Our social well-being is very, very important. And so with Trent International, with the department and the Trent University, we really tried to support international students through that transition, figuring out the homesickness, the cultural shock, walking into labels, as a Black person. Just learning how to deal with that and knowing that they're not alone, and trying to help them cultivate community. Not only with me, but with the other peers, the other children that are children. They're not children.
Young people.
Young people, but there's also older, mature adults that are navigating that. And actually, their load is a little bit heavier because sometimes they're leaving families back home, husbands and children, and they're tied to that identity of a mother, a wife, and they're now here as students, and it can feel a little bit disorienting.
That's huge change.
Yeah.
Speaking of change, so now we're gonna do some painting.
Yes.
So let's talk about that while we do this transition activity. Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm so excited. I love painting.
You do?
I do, because it's really calming, and it just makes your mind wander, and I'm a very reflective person. So
what's your history with art? Okay, I'm going to give you this.
My history of art is that it brings out my perfectionist tendencies. Yeah, because I like to have things prim and proper. And so it unearths that, and I have to confront it and let it go.
My hope is that you can let that go.
Indeed.
So we're going to take
what we're dealing with is
our
projects. A little boy.
Here. Yes.
Beautiful boy.
Got the boy.
Nice.
I got Comfield.
Ooh.
This is a huge card. It doesn't usually come this big.
It's looking good. It's looking very good.
That's the palette.
Nice.
Yeah, and then your
My paint sets.
Your paint set. So you don't have to.
I like how minimalist
mix
this
your
is.
colors. Yeah. It's very simple. It's supposed to help you relax. You're not supposed to have to
stress about getting the big things
or getting the colors right or whatever.
Look at my baby.
Already done for you.
Okay. So we're setting up.
Setting up. All right. So tell me about transitions. What do you tell someone who's fresh, new to Canada, maybe, and comes to your office?
Yes.
For guidance.
I love that question. But before I do that, since you're starting to paint, I have a question for you.
Yes. What's the question?
How do you decide what you're going to paint first?
Whatever you want.
Yeah?
How do you feel? Sometimes I usually pick the largest piece
Same.
first.
That's what I was about to say. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I choose the biggest piece because I feel like it's less prone for me to make mistakes. So it's just like I can, get a hang of doing it,
and then
afterwards I can tackle the small ones. Anyways,
good question.
In terms of transition, when a student comes, typically they have something in mind already, right? Because first of all, when they first come to Canada, they have more or less what's on their mind is academics. And so they're not anticipating strife. They're not anticipating missing their mom or missing things.
They're not thinking about any of that.
Yeah, so they don't come to me because it's just a new change. That would be nice. But it's not like that. That's more or less like where I give a presentation when they're just coming in and letting them know that, if these things do come up, that's normal. And it's okay to feel, a push and a tug between two places. And I am here to support you. And so typically those that do come to see me are those that are like, I have not been able to sleep. I'm still like I'm eating once a day.
Oh my.
Or, really figuring out like why hasn't their body caught on to the fact that they're in a different country.
Yeah.
And so it's typically a listening session where it's like they finally get somebody who understands what they're feeling. Just because parents back home are like, just
it's an opportunity. Get
in there, go to class. Yeah, it's gonna change, stuff like that. But for me, the conversation is more or less like, this is how I'm feeling. Is something wrong with me? So it's more or less about the warmth of feeling understood and feeling like I'm not crazy, that I'm just eating once. I know it's not good. I'm not sleeping well, all these different things. So the coaching really comes into perspective because it also touches on lifestyle, right? It's a change of lifestyle. You are more responsible for yourself. Nobody's waking you up. Nobody's giving you breakfast. You have to learn how to make breakfast. You have to find the places that, give you a sense of home, and the things or the people that also give you that sense of home. And so transition is a lot about acknowledging where you are now, giving yourself compassion for that feeling, the feelings that are coming up, and then also giving yourself permission, which is where I feel like painting would come in, because giving yourself permission to feel the feelings that are coming up. Compassion is good in that, you can, it's easier on talking to yourself like, I'm not crazy. How would you treat somebody who's coming to tell you that they're experiencing all these things? But the next step of giving yourself permission is that I am allowed to feel this way. I am definitely going for a big change. And so my body may feel like a foreigner to me in some way. And so now I'm learning how to be acquainted with it. I have to find new things that can make me at ease. So if it's painting, if it's dancing, that's where I typically explore with them in terms of like, what new activities would you like to do? Some people are excited about the snow. Some people are not. So I try to help them figure out within themselves what are the activities that they would like to, explore in terms of self-discovery, to learn more about themselves, and help start creating their own new identity in some way of being in Canada. Like, what does that look like? What are they interested in? What do they want to explore? What are the types of people they want around them? Yeah, so navigating transitions is really, acknowledging compassion, permission. We reached the point of also release, right? In that you have to release the things that you knew before of how things worked, because you're in a different country.
Right.
It may not work the same way. So it's kind of like also a shedding. It's a little bit of identity shedding.
Yes.
Where you are letting go of what your mom knew as the best, and you deciding how you want to move forward. So the last step is really deciding. And that's how coaching is really good, in that you're not doing it all alone, right? You're having these conversations and things are coming up, and you're able to be guided. Like, you're guided in that you're in control, but it's also, somebody else is also there to create a grounding presence for you. And that's where I think that that's where my gems of life come in, a grounding presence. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's establishing your new identity.
Yeah. Like, kind of like new roots. Yeah. But
on
accepting
purpose. Like, before, when you're born into a place, into a family, that's an identity that's kind of given to you.
That is known very well.
It's known very well. It's given to you.
People accept it.
They tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But now you're having to decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Who am I? What do I care about? What are my values? Who are my friends? What's my community
Indeed.
that I want to be a part of? Not just defaulted to.
Indeed. You're starting a new life in some way, shape or form. And that doesn't mean that you don't keep your culture and the things that you know to be true. Like, you're really more or less figuring out who is the person that is wanting to move forward, right? And what do they need and what no longer serves them. And yeah, that's a confusing place to be.
How do you decide that? How do you figure that out?
The answer doesn't live within me. As I'm there to learn and listen. That's why I like coaching as well, because I think you learn so much about a person.
Yes.
And even as they are going through, the raw unearthing of like letting go and adding new things to themselves, you're also like seeing life right in front of you. It's like, it's exciting to me to see people realize, parts of themselves that they like or don't like, and how to move forward, and knowing that they can change. Like, that's how human beings are limitless. Like, we're able to change form into what we want to be. It's our decision. It really is a decision. It's a choice.
I think that's is that part of the anxiety, is that people feel like even though they chose to move to a new place, they didn't choose all the other circumstances that come with it.
Tell me about it. They didn't. Yeah, that's the big part of it. I think some of them do, in terms of like, especially the mature students, they do know that they're coming here for better opportunity, expansiveness, and stuff like that. However, they were not anticipating their emotions, and they've never really given themselves time to like feel those emotions, and they're going through it alone, or they feel at least like they're going through it alone. So,
do you have a lot more, would you say, younger students or mature students?
Actually, I have more mature students.
Really?
Yeah. So master students are typically the ones that come, and especially the reality of Canada right now, right?
Say more about that. What is that?
The reality of Canada right now is that not only to international students, but just like typical people feel like it is hard to live.
Yes.
Feels like everything in the world is going to shit, excuse my French. And that it feels overwhelming. It feels like I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I have a control over my life, but not really what to do next. And so, especially mature students, because they have lived a life. They were in control of their environment before, right? So even though they're a mother or father, or people are just depending on them, they typically feel like they're supposed to be capable of all the challenges and the things that are coming up for them right now.
Yes.
But it feels like a lot. And it's hard to keep it in.
That's a lot of us. I'm not an international student, but
exactly.
You're speaking to me right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be great. And that's why sometimes I do actually refer students to therapy, like therapists and counselors on campus, or those that they can relate more to in terms of like their background, that would know their spiritual background as well, or their faith, because especially for international students, you realize that their spiritual well-being is also very intertwined in what's happening, these shifts that are happening to them. And that, yes, again, that can apply to anybody, right?
Yes.
Any big change that is happening, most of us equate it to like a spiritual being. So our faith is like, God got me through this tough time. That's a transition as well, right?
Yes.
From being okay to not feeling okay and feeling like you can pass through the not okay. What helped me get there? God. You know, whatever omnipresent being that you render is the one that you're like, yes, this is the person that actually, the thing that actually helped me get through.
Yes.
And so, yeah, most times I'm able to, you know, help them ground into, you know, figuring out that one, they're not alone, and that they can, you know, unearth the chaos that is coming. And they will be okay at the end of it. No need to panic. But sometimes it unearths things that are too heavy for me to carry myself, right? And so I always lean on the supportive community of mental health professionals, because that's where the expertise comes in of, you know, helping people deal with the things that are coming up. For some younger students, they figure out that they have ADHD, or they have, you know, different diagnoses that they would have not known back home. And so that is like new languages and other parts of identity that is coming into them. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I call in the professionals like, hey, this is where we are. And so they get to move forward and decide what route they want to take, if they want to take medication and stuff like that. And so that's why it's necessary to also have that supportive community as a coach of mental health professionals. Yeah.
How have students been impacted from what you've seen by all the new rules about international students in Ontario? Girl, tell me. It's a scary time for colleges and universities.
Yeah, on both sides too, right? So students have been impacted in many different ways. Obviously, there are some are more complicated and nuanced than others. But mostly, I think that they have been impacted in the way that they thought their future was going to go is looking a little bit blurry, a little bit COVID-y, I would say.
Is it because they don't see a future?
Yeah, you know, typically, especially the younger students, they come in for a plan of, you know, I want to become a data scientist, or I want to work in AI, or I want to work in places or industries that are changing rapidly. And Canada, as great as it is, I think, depending on the industry, those students are thinking of the investment that they took and the investment that their parents took in them to spend all this money to come here. Livability is hard, so the academics is even harder. And they're like, after all this, what's next? Like, am I gonna get a job? Am I gonna be able to be stable? Am I gonna be able to be an adult? Am I gonna be able to, like, do I want to stay in this country?
Yes.
You know, so it's giving them many hard decisions to think about their future, but a lot of dealing with uncertainty of like, I don't know what this is gonna be. And I don't know, do I want to go back? Is it better to go back now? Yeah, but it's really tough because it's really just a big ball of confusion, of uncertainty. They're not sure what is going to happen, and they don't feel safe because they're not citizens, so they're not really the ones that are being looked after.
Right.
you know, look at where we are now. Not many of them are able to come in.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, that's the big thing for students, the uncertainty of, was this worth it? Like, did my parents, especially when they're younger, it's like, did I waste my parents' money? Am I a waste? Am I still good? Am I good enough? You know, am I going to be welcomed with, you know, wide open
When
arms
they do finish
when I
their
do
degree,
finish and I'm not able to get a job? If I'm not able to get a job,
Right.
what's gonna happen?
Very scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think there's uncertainty for everyone across the society right now.
Yes, for sure.
In this economy.
Yeah, definitely. Taking it day by day.
Thank you for coming and talking to me about this and offering some comfort to people. Like, mostly, you're not alone. There are lots of other people dealing with what you are.
Yeah.
And also transitions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's big transitions. And just also to ground yourself in knowing that you are loved, even if it may seem like you're not. Like, a lot of people feel like they're out of place, especially when they're going through these transitions. I think really grounding in the self-validation that I am loved and I do have a purpose and I'm alive for a reason. Like,
oh, wow.
You know, I've woken up today, and that's one thing I'm so grateful for.
Yes.
And, you know, I can move forward with some type of ease, even though I'm navigating these challenges. I know that there is something to live for.
Wow.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francini. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as
And
well.
please take this home
Thank
and
you.
do it at your leisure whenever
Indeed.
you have some time.
I'm
you just wanna
excited.
chill.
Yes, I will. I'll go do it right now.
Very good music
Yeah?
situation.
Okay.
Music. Very good Netflix.